Hey everybody, I'm back as usual. One thing I want to share is I just saw these videos tonight, and these a bunch of people were like throwing water at police officers. Why? I don't know. Some of them are actually children. Children are actually being taught to hate the police now before they can even speak. I already explained a few things from last week. Those children in diapers yelling profanity at the police officers. And the 4-year-old that shot at police officers. Does anybody think this is a safe world anymore? We have children thinking that the police are the enemies. And in another video I saw, citizens, people, whatever you want to call them, actually helping criminals escape. These aren't innocent people just being messed with by the police. They broke the law, and you're going to help them escape from the police. You're going to help the criminals out of the police. What if you become one of the victims of those crimes? One of those crimes, you know? And this brings me, makes me think about our border. That Joe Biden invited the whole world here, no matter who they are, and treated with royalty when they get here. But actual criminals from other countries that were released, criminals that have raped, stolen, murdered. I mean, what do these other countries say? You could just, sure, you can go free, but you have to go to America. I'm not saying everybody that crosses their borders are criminal, but they've been flown to, it's like they're welcomed in here with a red carpet. They're being fed when they get here and everything, and flown to anywhere they want to go in this country. And who's paying for it is you and me and the other taxpayers. Airline tickets are pretty expensive. They don't have to pay it all. So they have to raise the cost of your flights in order to make up for it. And I don't know, and that's also not only that, because of not all of them, but some of them that are coming into this country actually want to hurt me and you and other American people. Terrorists, and as I said, rapists and murderers. And they thought it was so humane to open up our borders to the world. Well, guess what? The process of getting his immigrants into this country is a lot less humane than not letting them come here. They've had women getting raped on the way here by cartels. People murdered and beaten by cartels who just laugh in the face of our border patrol and give them that little money sign. And they're making billions of dollars doing it. They've had this, I've heard reports of 5 and 6-year-old girls being raped. And then they take their underwear and hang it in the tree. These are innocent little girls being raped by cartels. Just like we had a few weeks ago, a 10-year-old pregnant girl. Who got her pregnant? Who gets a 10-year-old girl pregnant? Just so happened the guy's an immigrant. And I'm not insulting immigrants. It's just the type of people like that should be insulted. They shouldn't be in our society. America is a system of law and order. Without law and order, you have nothing. You have no economy, no safety, nothing without law and order. America is a country of law and order. And we have these DAs and these prosecutors that won't punish criminals. They try to punish the victims instead. There was this young kid this week on a subway who just got out of jail 2 days before. I don't think he was in there for more than 2 days to begin with. Just got out of jail for an armed robbery, I believe. And he had an encounter with a police officer in the subway platform and started beating the police officer up. This is a 16-year-old kid with more than one prior. He just starts punching the officer in the face. I don't understand how he can be into so much action with his pants halfway down his legs. I don't see how he could function with his pants like that. But anyway, that's not the important thing. Because of this police officer's limits and what he's allowed to do to a criminal, his hands are tied. He's not allowed to touch a criminal. So if he wasn't a cop, he would have kicked this kid's ass. Trust me, he was a good fighter, but he knew what he was and wasn't allowed to do. That's what's going on here. You know, they think that the cops are the bad guys. Sure, you're going to have a dickhead cop here and there. It's like you have a dickhead anywhere you go, to a bar, anywhere you go in this public, you're going to see a dick somewhere. You know, somebody's got to cause trouble. But cops are not the bad guys. They're supposed to go after the bad guys. And all this police brutality is a bunch of crap. Because, sure, every once in a while you're going to have a police officer that oversteps his boundaries. But these are brutal criminals. And the only way to deal with brutal criminals is to use brutality. Are you supposed to let a criminal just punch a police officer in the face and run off and just walk away and do what he wants to do? No, brutal criminals need to be handled with brutality. Whether you believe it or not. You know, what are you going to just make our police officers go around and give speeding tickets? And parking tickets? While people are getting robbed, raped, murdered, whatever. They wanted social workers to go deal with domestic issues. Well, first of all, you better give that social worker a bulletproof vest and a gun. You know, it's funny how they want to take everybody's guns away. But they all have security, and guess what? They're all their security. They have guns. They have guns. And last weekend or the week before, 65 people were shot in Chicago. Chicago has the strictest gun laws, too. And you mean to tell me that every single shooter out of the 65 people are legal gun owners? I'll promise you, at least 64 of them were not legal gun owners. Legal gun owners don't just go around and shoot people for no reason. But, you know, which brings me to this wokeism junk that's ruining our society. It's ruining our children's minds and everything. A lot of people are getting shot over this wokeism crap. As I explained before, and I explained our Constitution, we all have rights. If you don't believe me, read our Bill of Rights and our Constitution. That we got people crying in the streets about this and that. They have rights too. Don't let them take away yours. Don't let them take away yours. And you know, and if they want to be heard, they should have better messaging because they're using violence in their messaging. The abortion people. They're so obsessed with killing unborn babies that they want to prove that by hurting and even killing other people that are already alive at any age. Destroying property. They have no right to do that. And you know what? And in the end, they didn't take anybody's abortion rights away. Some states it's illegal. Well, then go to a state where it's legal and get one, or move to a state where it's legal and get pregnant. Whatever. It's not the Supreme Court's fault that you got pregnant. And they're not, and as I said before, pro-life is not the same thing as anti-abortion. It just means that person prefers life. I'm actually neither. I'm kind of on the fence about abortions. I do believe in them in some situations. Rape, incest, for a matter of life and death. I believe in it then. But these people that are in our government now, they don't care about you or me or the other American people. They only care about themselves. Look at these people. Really think about their policies and their agendas to push these policies. A lot of it's by literally burning, looting, and murdering. And the climate crap too. These people are like, first of all, the climate's changing. It's been changing for millions of years. As I said before, we'd be getting stepped on by dinosaurs if it wasn't for climate change. We wouldn't be here. And yes, it is going to affect our lives someday, not tomorrow. It might take hundreds of years for it to actually affect human life. So think about it. Think about what you're supporting. I'm telling you, we should actually have, they want to let people that aren't even American vote in our elections. I think other countries have something to do with our last presidential election anyway. And other countries even think it was a fraud. But, I think people should actually take a test before they can vote. Not to take away anybody's voting rights, but so that everybody knows what they're voting for, because in this last administration and every single policy that they've been pushing, and I'm trying so hard not to be biased here, I don't see how anybody could agree with any of these policies. Do you want your children to grow up being racist? That's what they're teaching on Sesame Street before they even get into school, as an example. But really, as I said before, these people that are in our politics, they don't care. They want to take away your freedoms. They want control over you. This is a democracy. This isn't big government. This is a democracy. We can take these people out. If this is a democracy and we all believe in a democracy, then they work for us. We put them in and we can take them out. It's called impeachment. And everything Dickhead has done so far since day one is an impeachable offense, if you really think about it. And if you don't know what's going on. Stop watching CNN and MSNBC. Please. Those two news stations have destroyed this country with their lies and propaganda. Watch some real news sources. Here's some other opinions. The other opinions that they want to silence because some people think differently. But get other opinions. You don't have to take my opinion either, but please do the research. It is important because this stuff that's going on is going to affect your social life, your career life, and everything. So please pay attention. I'm going to go for right now, and I'll talk to you again soon. Thank you for listening if you did, and please share. Please share. Let others know what other people think, because they just seem to think that everybody thinks one way, and that's not a way to run a democracy. So thanks, guys, and please share. Thank you.